Here we have the Honor Watch 5. This one totally reminds me of the Apple Watch 10 as we have a lot of similarities, but today we will check out all the features of the smartwatch, and let's start right away with the specs and the design. So as you can see, this one looks a lot like the Apple Watch with its square shaped design and the one physical button that you got on the side. Now this one is rotatable and you can scroll through your settings, your workouts, and you can zoom in and out of your app menu. And this button doesn't sit so loose like we have with other cheaper smartwatches. This one right here has some resistance to it, which I really like, and you're not doing anything unintentionally. The Honor Watch 5 has a large 1.85-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 450 by 390 pixel. The 45.6mm aluminum alloy body weighs in at 35 grams, which is not that light, but it's giving this watch a premium feeling. It is not that cheap like with some of the Amazfit or Xiaomi watches. If we take a look at the strap, this one has a similar quick release function that we know from Apple Watches. You just have to press the bottom on the backside of the 22mm silicone strap and it pops right off. The straps are not that soft and feel very rubbery, and you do sweat underneath them quite fast. With this watch, we have a smartwatch that is water resistant up to 5 atmospheres, and we can get this watch in 3 different colors. Now there is this all black version, but you can also grab it in the colors gold and green. And the green one even comes with the leather strap instead of the normal silicone straps that we got with the 2 other versions. And now inside of this little watch, we will find a large 480 mAh battery that can last up to 15 days on normal usage, and that's with the auto brightness, some Bluetooth calls. I had all of the health trackers running 24/7, and plus you can do hours of GPS workouts. Now if you turn on the always display mode, you will basically cut your battery life in half. Like this, you can expect to get around a week of battery life. Maybe a little bit less, but it always depends on the usage. Charging this watch is pretty fast. First up, the large docking station really clips onto the watch, and the watch is not going to fall off that easy. You can pretty much say that the watch will charge 1% per minute. Next up, we got some of the smart features, and even though we have a built-in mic and a speaker, we do not get a voice assistant. But what we do get is a phone feature with which we can call friends right from our wrist. We can either punch in the number on a dial pad, or we can take a look into the contacts book and start a call from over here. And the good thing is that it already copies all of your contacts from your smartphone, so you don't have to do it again. What I also really like are all of the watch faces that we get, and also the always in display watch faces. These ones will either follow your current watch face style, or you can select a different one. Your normal watch faces are customizable and you can change the display complications, but you cannot change any colors or the style of them. In the watch face store in the Honor Health app, you will also find many more watch faces with lots of different styles, and there are even some games like this fishing game that you can play once a day or every time you finish walking 3,000 steps. You will get some rather normal features like a flashlight, you got a compass, all of the timers, and of course there's a weather app for the next 6 days, and you can even check out the weather from yesterday for some reason. And in some regions you can even check out the tide. Then you will get a music player with which you can control the music that you have from your smartphone, but you can also download music from your smartphone over to your smartwatch. But since you have no Spotify or anything like that, you need to transfer MP3 files over to your watch. If you swipe on your display, you will get to all of your notifications, but unfortunately we cannot reply to any messages. All we can do is to read and delete them. If you swipe down, we will get to the quick panel, which is packed with features like your D&D and sleep mode, battery saver, or you can turn on and off the NFC. Swiping left and right will take you through your different tiles, and it does feel super smooth if you swipe or if you open up any of your applications. You can even customize your tiles and change all of the applications on them, and you can also add more tiles to the rotation, like some senior health apps or another sport tile. Now up to the health features, and the first one that I want to talk about is the 24/7 heart rate tracker. You can set this one to smart tracking, or you can let it track continuously, and then you will also get some high and low heart rate alerts. On the Honor Watch 5 there is a sleep tracker which is doing a good job. It did recognize when I fell asleep, and when I woke up it tracks your deep, light, REM and awake time, and then you will get a sleep score and a small analysis of your sleep. So actually quite a lot for that price. The Honor Watch also comes with an SpO2 tracker that will only track while you are resting, like during the night or even at high altitude. You got stress tracking, it can tell your fitness age, but therefore you need to do a 25-minute exercise. You have breathing exercises, and then also the health scan. Now this one will track your average heart rate, the SpO2 and the stress level at the same time. so very much like the one-tap measurement that we know from Amazfit smartwatches. Now we have the GPS and the activity tracking, and let's start with the built-in GPS. And I have to say that this watch is doing a very good job considering the price of 150 euros. For most parts it's pretty much spot on. If you turn the corner it gets it right away, and yes, there are some small deviations throughout the whole workout, but really only some small ones. Out in the open it is doing an even better job, and I would say that this one is one of the best GPS smartwatches that you can get for that price. The Honor Watch 5 also supports dozens of workouts such as walking, running, hiking. You got some winter and extreme sports, dancing and even fishing. And then you can also play around in the settings and enable the Smart Companion or ask for assistance to burn fat fast. Your watch will also recognize your workouts automatically, like walking, running, the cross trainer and rowing machine. And lastly, you will also get some running and fitness courses like fat burning runs and endurance runs, or even a neck and shoulder relaxation workout or a 6-minute exercise at work. Once again, it's actually quite a lot. By the way, if you click right here, you will get to another budget smartwatch that you might find interesting.